Tell me, whoa, whoa, whoa. Tell me, whoa, whoa.
So, welcome back to this podcast series. We have with us Rustam sir, the chairman and the founder of the VIBGYOR group of schools, and of course, with us, Ms. Kavita Kirawala, the vice chairperson of the group of schools. Ms. Kavita, I want to understand at home, do you have a no business discussion rule, or uh, is it just something that doesn't exist at all? You can go and speak about it.
Can I skip that question,
Okay,
please?
then I can't ask that question to either of you. Okay.
No, so I'll tell you honestly. I think it is work which brought us together, and work which is a common passion for both of us.
Right.
And when I say work, it is of course VIBGYOR, and apart from that,
Right. So work is your passion, and work is what you do 24/7. Um, having said that, how did you build this? How did you carry out that vision and that mission into what VIBGYOR today is? Because everyone, when they speak out VIBGYOR today, talk about policies, systems, and processes. Why did that? Was that something that drove you into bringing the school up?
Brands that are really scaled and are large in size. I mean, you talk about McDonald's, you talk about Subways, you talk about KFC. These are brands which have scaled extremely large. And finally, when it comes down to, so one thing that they've done really well and is their entire systems and processes. I mean, every time you visit one of those places, they are identical. The staff speak the identical language. I know it's not comparing food to education. That's not the idea.
That's what I thought. I don't want to disrupt your thought, but you seem to be a foodie.
No, it's not about the foodie part of
No,
it.
but
think
I'll
it's
tell you.
the scale.
Okay. The scale of
Yeah,
operation.
They are all
and
at
Shim,
30.
if you remember, Rustam gave this example long back in one
Yes.
of our meets,
Yeah.
and we were like, why is he discussing about McDonald's? We are in education, and how can we be compared to fast food? This, but then
Right.
later we realized that he's talking about all the identical, systems and processes
Yeah.
which are there, and uniformity which is running across their outlets.
Thank you for that input. Just a bit of humor that part, but yes, sir. I think the obvious is that you're looking at scale, you're looking at brand building, you're talking about quality, a standardization of what one would see across the world if it's
Absolutely.
VIBGYOR, right? So what was those difficulties that you had in the initial years when you moved into, you were not an educationist, right? You moved in from tech to real estate, I think, for some time is what I'm told, and then into education. What were the difficulties? Because it's a whole transition to come into the education setup.
One of the things probably that I can think of saying, which would be different in education, is probably it's very, very socially sensitive. Everything is in place.
That's right.
But talking about systems and processes and the challenges, I think one challenge which he often talks about, or at least earlier, and is convincing the team. Making everyone think the way he thinks
Right.
or what he sees.
Right.
I think that is one challenge which he's always been talking about.
And I think it's also part of the VIBGYOR's mission statement to provide the highest quality of education in a safe, secure, and nurturing manner. I think VIBGYOR stands out in terms of ensuring that our spaces are secure. Because this morning I was speaking to some of our alumni, and they spoke about comfort spaces at VIBGYOR.
Yeah.
For
yes.
some, it was in the classroom. For others, it was the cafeteria. So I just wanted to ask you, Kavita, at any point of time, being a human being, someone who's working, doubts in minds that would we be able to do
In
it?
me, many. Doubts are always there about the quality of teachers, how we're going to do it. New brand launched this year, thousands of other things happening, behind the scene. I mean, here. So, lot of challenges leading to a lot of doubts.
Right.
But eventually, you know how to handle it. And that is what I think the team is strong. mentally, emotionally. So I think together we have come out of a lot of situations, tough ones, and we continue to do that.
So, and you also did mention about brands within the VIBGYOR group, right? Do you have any more brands in mind?
Not immediately. Not immediately. I think we have
Maybe
our
not to
hands full.
launch, but he
Okay.
definitely has 2-3 in mind.
Okay. So my question was a supplement, an additional question to that was, why more brands within the brands? This is a question that many ask. So if you could tell us a little more about that.
The academic program that originally was doing great, the holistic program that was doing great with VIBGYOR High in Bombay and Pune and Bangalore. Somewhere or the other in the tier 2 cities, they were looking at more of academics, more of CBSE pattern, and not so much of the holistic education bit.
Okay.
So that's how VIBGYOR Rise was born in that sense, because there was a segment of the market that was looking for that kind of
Got it.
education. And I guess the same thing with VIBGYOR Academy. So we do have IGCSE in a lot of our schools. But then there were certain parents that wanted a separate wing, a separate section only for IGCSE. And why not have a separate school only for IGCSE if that's what the demand is?
But I think the chairman's vision about why a brand and why multiple brands is based on the market and the demands in the market and what they would require, and also the expectation from parents as to this is what it is and this is what you will get, and you'll get the best part in that segment, right, sir?
Sure.
So it's an interesting journey, and it's been evolving over the years. With one school, your flagship school, the first school you set up in VIBGYOR as VIBGYOR High Goregaon West in Mumbai, to 40 schools today. Could you also hint at what is the numbers that you're looking at over the years? What is it that you dream of, that these are the kind of number of schools that I wish to have?
Well, the dream would be to have more than 30,000 plus, because that's the number of McDonald's and Subways that there are.
Okay,
So
interesting.
that would be the aspiration.
Okay.
That would be the aspiration.
Wow, that's big. I mean, 30,000. So where you have a pin code, you'll have the school. Maybe that kind of aspiration, right?
Yeah, that would be the aspiration.
Okay, great. So moving on to you, Kavita, very quickly. We as a school have stood apart in terms of our offerings, right? Whether it's the sports and performing arts, whether it's our holistic education that we talk about in multiple clubs. How important is it for? Because I know a lot of parents are interested in enrolling their children, but we've got a very structured way of bringing that to our parents. How important is this in molding what a student could ultimately be? Where skills become so important in today's times.
Very, very important, because it's not just the talking of sports. It is not just a game. It teaches you so many other things which help you move ahead in life with confidence.
Right.
Competitiveness, the team spirit, fighting spirit, that desire and the will and the together you have to achieve and you have to be at the top. So there are so many other things which sports teaches you, and that is so very important today. Earlier, I think during our times, life was much more easier. But this generation is going through a lot of difficult times because I have felt that things are changing too fast for anyone to adapt.
Yeah.
Hats off to this new generation who is doing it so beautifully. But then that is the support we can provide. So how do you equip this generation into managing all those or navigating through all that beautifully is through these programs.
Great.
That is what I feel, and that is what VIBGYOR is giving.
That's right. So to both of you, one final question. And everybody, sometimes it does sound very cliched, but is there any advice, sir, that you would like to give to this set of students that we have back in our schools who will be listening to you and watching you?
I think would need to target to doing something that they enjoy.
Okay.
Because once you enjoy what you are doing, I think the whole process becomes far more smoother.
So the bottom line is enjoy what you do what you enjoy. Any advice you have?
Oh my God. As they say in Marathi, thamba.
Wait.
They are all in such great hurry that probably they are not enjoying
Okay.
what they should be doing properly, What is giving them just, happiness or a momentary happiness, and what is going to give them a lifelong happiness?
Wow.
Identifying is something I think this generation really needs to do well.
Okay. So we heard the chairman speak about being very targeted, very focused on what you wish to do, and you spoke about identifying, right, as to what one needs to do. One last comment before we wind up. What's your favorite food?
I guess Dhansak.
Dhansak, okay. So for everyone who doesn't know what Dhansak is, please Google it. As Kavita said, you're the Gen Z generation. You have everything at your fingertips, and you will waste no time to find out what Dhansak is. By the way, Ms. Kavita, anything that is your favorite? He's already mentioned this.
I think I enjoy my dal bhat bhujia kind of food, which is
Okay.
very, very simple and very Bihari,
Okay.
but that's what I enjoy.
Ek bihari sab pe bhari.
Always.
Okay. All right. Having had this beautiful conversation with two people who are very difficult sometimes to get. So thank you very much to the chairman, Mr. Rustam Kerawala, and Ms. Kavita Kerawala for this time that you spent. And to all of you who are watching and listening, I'm sure you'll have a great understanding of the other side or of both the top people in the VIBGYOR group of schools. Thank you for listening in, and continue to watch the VIBGYOR podcast series, Tell Me More.
Tell me more. Tell me